hold on. Stop being dumb. Yeah, hopefully you'll like the video anyway. Oh my word.
Hopefully.
Who in the world is in charge of this video? I'm a mess. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Toni and I'm a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. And this is our very special once a month, what we read this month with my super awesome daughter, Sienna. So Sienna's in 8th grade. She is here to share what she read this month. I'm gonna share what I read. We really try hard to stick with Christian or completely clean fiction. Well, not just fiction. I mean, we read nonfiction too, but completely clean. We try really hard to stick with Christian books, and if not, we're really try to veer away from anything that's not a clean book. So if it is, we will let you guys know. If there's anything that came up that was inappropriate or something like that, we always let you guys know so that it'll help you guys in your book choices or your book choices for your kids, because I think it really helps. So it's nice to have a little buddy here, that reads with me, and we like the same kind of books. So if you want to hear what we read for the month of January, then stay tuned. So my goal for the new year was to read 3 books every month. Did you set a goal for how many you wanted to read?
My goal is 4 or
4?
more.
Okay. And yeah, we'll find out how we did. This was it. You definitely have to be intentional to get these books read, because it's super easy to get busy with life, and then you haven't read for a few days or whatever, and I didn't get as much done as I wanted to, but I still feel pretty good. So I actually have 3 books to share with you guys, and you
I
have
3.
3. So okay, so one special thing about today's video is we have a giveaway, which I'm really excited about, right? We've never done a giveaway together before. One of the books that I read this month was actually sent to me by the publishing company, the Good Book Company, and they sent me a book for me to read, and they also sent me a book for the same book for you guys so that I can give away one. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about what the book is about and what we thought of it, and then make sure you stay tuned so that you can enter to possibly win this book. So what book are we talking about? So this book is called How Can I Feel Closer to God by Chris Morphew. Now this, first of all, it's a really pretty book. It's a devotional. So this is a devotional set for, it's intended for teens. But I actually have read this with all 3 of my girls this last couple weeks. My 8th grader, my 6th grader, and my 4th grader, and I thought it was perfect for all of them. It's not too geared towards teens. It's not too young. I think it was really good for all of you guys. I thought it's really neat. So one of the things that I appreciated the most was that it's written to the child. So this could be something you could get for your child as a devotional for them to read like at night or every day or something like that. It's not really a devotional, but it is something to help you get better at your devotions. It's to help teenagers or young kids understand why they should be even learning about God and why it's so hard and different questions like that. Each chapter answers a different question, but it's neat because it's written to the kid in very like conversational language. So I thought that was really cool. Yeah. It was neat how, like, as I was reading it out loud to them, it was just like I would be talking. It wasn't, it was really neat how it was written, I thought. So it was really easy to understand, and it had a lot of very practical advice on how to get deeper in your devotions with Christ, how to dig deeper into studying the Word, and practical steps on how to study the Bible. I thought it was really good. Did you guys like it?
I liked it, yeah. Yeah.
I think all the girls really liked it. I thought it was really good. It's not geared towards girls. I just have girls. And my son didn't really listen. So it is written by an author from Australia. So there were a couple things in here for Americans were spelled wrong. Like they used S instead of Z. And right off the bat, it was neat to be able to show them and be like, okay, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but that's how they write in their language. So it was a little bit different, just some of the spellings, but it was really good. I thought it was a really good, solid devotional, and we really enjoyed doing it together. We'd done it together every morning. It's got Bible verses throughout to back up what they're talking about. So I really loved it. So if you want to win a copy of this book, then stay tuned till the end of the video and I'll tell you how to enter. Okay, so now Sienna, why don't you tell us about one of the books that you read?
So I read Frostblood by Ellie Blake. This book is a fantasy, and it is set in a world where there are Frostbloods and Firebloods, and it's about this girl named Ruby, and she's a Fireblood, but she lives with Frostbloods. So
what is that exactly? Like a Frostblood is like a type of person?
So the Frostblood people like have the power of like ice and snow, and then the Firebloods have the power of fire.
So it's magical
Yeah.
fantasy. Okay.
And the Frost King, which is the king of like where they live, is trying to kidnap Ruby. So it's just like her on a journey. She doesn't have any family or anything, so it was really cool. It was very like intense at some parts, but like fantasy intense, which I don't usually read, but it was really cool. It did have the D word once at like, I don't know, like 3/4 through the book.
Yeah,
which was really annoying.
Really far into the book and really frustrated that that was there.
So it was clean otherwise than that. I don't think they used anything else. And it was like very like clean like romance-wise.
Okay.
Too. So.
And there was no other language that you noticed besides that one?
I don't think so.
What about God's name? Was it used?
I feel like it might have been used a couple times, but not super heavy.
So not completely clean, but fairly clean.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But you really liked the story behind it.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. We usually, if we run into bad language in the beginning of a book, we usually nix it. But she was like way more than halfway done.
Yeah.
So we're like, just finish it. So anyway, okay. But you really liked it. And you want to read the second one?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was a good one. What do you rate that?
This one would probably be a 4.
A 4? Okay. Okay, so the first book that I read personally for myself is called A Change in the Winds. And this is Annika Vienta mystery series. This is book 1 of her series. And I have book 2. This was actually sent to me by the author, so I was really excited. It's actually a signed copy, which is very cool. So this is a really small book, so it was a pretty quick read. And it's a Christian, very, very Christian book. They have the gospel message in the book, very obviously spelled out in there, which is really neat. But it is a murder mystery. The girl's trying to solve the mystery of someone that killed her parents in a fire many years before. It does have some romantic interest in there, and it's very suspenseful. I thought it was really good, and I will say it had some twists and turns at the end that really made me love it, because I'd gotten quite a bit through the book, and then I was kind of like, I almost always solve the mystery, and I thought I had it solved, and then I didn't, because it sounded like we're wrapping up here, and this is what it is, and then there was a twist, and it pulled me right back in, and I was like, oh, that was good. So it was a really, really good, the way the author tied it all together. So the cool thing about her book is it says 100% of the proceeds from this book go to widows and orphans, job training for widows and education for orphans, and Casita Ministries, freeing women from slavery and reaching out to those in pagan religions, as well as Voice of the Martyrs. And so I just thought that was really cool. 100% of the proceeds of her books go towards those ministries. So definitely support this author. I thought it was a really good book, and I'm going to be reading book 2 next month. So if you want to hear how I liked book 2, then make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out on next month's video. But I thought this was really good. I give this 4 stars. I thought it was really, really good. I loved it. What was your second book?
My second book was Among the Hidden by Margaret Peterson Haddix. This is book 1 in the Shadow Children series. And I've actually read like the 3rd book. That was in another video. But I finally read the first. And it's about this boy that can't like go outside or let anyone see him because he's a shadow child. And it was very cool to like, I don't know, he's just like trapped in this house and can't go outside, he can't see people. So what's a shadow child? Yeah, so like these police, like if they see a shadow child, then like they're gone.
So they can't leave their house?
No, they can't do anything to like let people see them. Like they have to keep the blinds closed and like all that stuff. But it was pretty good. I felt like it was really slow. Like there were some cool parts, but I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan, but it was okay.
Now you said you'd already read the 3rd one. You thought the 3rd one was better than the first one.
Yes.
Right? Because this was the first one?
Yeah. So the first one was more like a lot of introducing to the characters, which I'm not a big fan of. So it was just kind of slow.
She likes to just get to the intense part. I'm like that too.
Yeah.
But sometimes you have to character build, right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
Yeah.
But so you have like the whole series, right? Or something? So are you going to read book 2 and give it a chance?
Mm-hmm,
if you liked book 3, maybe book 2 will be even better. Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you rate this?
Probably a 2.5 to a 3.
Okay. All right. Okay, so the last book that I read is called The Reckoning at Gossamer Pond by Jamie Jo Wright. Okay, I've had this book for a while. I've actually never read anything from Jamie Jo Wright, but I've been wanting to. You have been wanting to too, and you haven't read anything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She is like a, it's romantic suspense, but I kept hearing that it was kind of almost like horror kind of thing. Okay, so anyway. So the gist of the story is this girl inherits a trailer from this random guy. She's not related to him. She doesn't know why he left it to her. There's a story about all these different obituaries that are being written before people are dying. So they're just trying to solve this mystery. Who's writing these obituaries? And then, she goes to try to figure it out, and then the people end up dying. So it was a neat mystery, but it wasn't, it wasn't exciting enough for me. I didn't love it. It was okay. It was not what I was expecting. I guess I just had in my head that this was going to be this like really intense kind of scary movie type of book. And it was something that it went back and forth between two different time periods, which I'm not a huge fan of. Have you read that before?
I don't know if I have,
Okay.
but I don't think I'd like it.
I struggle to like keep track of who's who, and then the characters in this time period with the characters in this time period. I felt like there was a lot of characters in the story, which was really hard for me to follow. I don't know. I don't know. I was like, am I not focusing enough? But I really was having trouble. But she's solving, they're solving this mystery, and there is a connection between the two time periods, and it is a murder mystery. It's just different from anything I'd ever read. I just didn't really love it. I felt like there's this connection with the newspaper. I felt like it was very slow. It had a lot of building, like backstory building, like what you were talking about on yours, which I was like, okay, let's get to something intense happening. And it took a long time for something intense to happen. So I don't know. It had suspense. It wasn't what I normally read. So I didn't feel like it was really enough suspense for me. I don't know. I just thought it was going to be like so creepy, and it wasn't. So I'm sorry to say that. I will give another one of her books a try. So I gave this a 3-star. I thought it was okay, but it did not live up to my expectations. So that was that. Okay. What is your last book that you read?
The last book I read is If I Run
My favorite.
by Terry Blackstock.
This is my favorite book, and I've been wanting her to read it forever.
I don't know why I haven't. It was like amazing. Like probably one of my favorite books now. I loved it so much.
Yeah.
So it's about this girl that is, she found her friend murdered.
She discovers her friend dead.
Yeah, so then her DNA is all over the crime scene. So she just runs away to hide from the police. And so it's about her running away from the police. She changes her identity, and like all this crazy stuff that she has to like do to like not help them not track her.
Like she's changing disguises and like
everything,
hiding in these different towns and all this
and
stuff.
she like takes another girl's name that is actually already dead.
Mm-hmm.
But while she's doing that, it's also in the perspective of this guy Dylan, who is trying to track her down for the murdered kids' parents. Like he's working for them.
Yeah.
To find what they think is the
parents
murderer.
of the guy that died.
Yeah, because everyone thinks that she is the one who killed him. So he does all this research, and so you see both of their perspectives, which was really cool because he talks about how he like kind of likes her and thinks she's cute and stuff. But they also she gets tied in to this other mystery that happened 2 years ago. And that was like a really good part of the story. That was like one of my favorites. It was really cool.
Really intense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was where it was like each chapter was either Casey or what was his name?
Dylan.
Casey or Dylan. So it was that different perspective in each chapter, which was neat. But it wasn't too many characters to keep track of or anything.
No.
I thought it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. And this is one of 3 books, right?
Yeah. So when like the mystery that she was solving, when that ended, it was like, oh yeah, she solved the mystery, but like she didn't. Like she's still on the run from the police, which is really cool.
So you want to read the next book.
I just started the second book.
Yeah. And you own the whole series because you got it at a garage sale this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so except for the first book, right?
Yeah,
this one we got from the library.
That one, but
so what do you rate this book?
5 stars.
5 stars. Yes. This is my favorite, and I kept telling her like, you're gonna love it.
And it is Christian, so it does have faith content, and towards the end of the book, she starts like believing more in God and stuff.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah, totally clean, but super intense.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't have to read the stuff with garbage in it, because there's really good books that are super intense and fun and mysterious and with completely clean and romance and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I give that a 5-star too. I've read it before. I read it this summer. It was good. So we've got 6 books total, so that's not bad, right?
Yeah.
For January. Yeah. Okay, so the giveaway. So if you want to win a copy of How Can I Feel Closer to God, and I will send it to you. For the giveaway, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel if you are not yet subscribed. Just make sure you're subscribed. Comment about what book is your favorite and what book you think we should read next. And then I will randomly pick a winner from that at the end of the week, and I will mail that out to you. So I'm excited. It was really good. So this is a cool one to have on your shelf. So next month, maybe we'll read more than 3.
Hopefully.
I leased it, and this one doesn't really count because it wasn't my own. So my goal is to read 3 of my own books, but we'll take what we can get. So this was fun. Okay. Happy reading. Let me know what you're reading right now, and if you have read any of these books too. Do you have any parting words?
Nope.
Okay. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.